Hello and welcome to Not Another Knitting Podcast. I'm Haley.
And I'm Natasha. And we're coming to you from Minneapolis today. And as most of the world seems to know it by now, Minneapolis is kind of under siege. And we just thought this would be a nice break from the troubles of the world. And we'll talk about knitting and all the fun we had in 2025.
Yeah, so today we're going to do a knitting wrapped and go over all of the things we knit in 2025.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I am too. And we're going to also talk about what we plan to do for 2026.
Right. All right, let's get into it.
Okay.
You want to go first?
Oh, I'm going first? I thought you were going first.
I'll
go first.
Okay.
So we decided we'd start with summer knits, because it's really cold out today. It's like 3 degrees, I think.
Yeah, and the wind is blowing.
Yeah, it is freezing.
It's very cold.
You can tell in here, even though it's like super warm in here. So summer, and this year I decided that was kind of my resolution, was to do summer knits, because I didn't have any t-shirts or anything, so I wanted to build up a little bit of a wardrobe. And this is my Getty tee, and it's by Tanis Fiber Arts. And it is great. It's my favorite one that I made. I learned how to crochet.
So what yarn did you use?
This is Ritual Dyes Undine DK, and the main body color is Rye. And what I did was, I'm just going to say it really quick.
Sure.
I started with the red, and I thought this was like the best color ever, and I was going to do all the crochet in red. And then I thought that looked boring, so I bought some more colors. But when I bought them, I found out that the red was going to bleed, and it did. It bled everywhere. So the front is like kind of pink because it's like covered in red.
Oh, like right here.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna have to wash it again with some color catchers and just try to get that red out, because the back of it looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
The back is mostly just gray, but the front is like red.
Oops. Yeah, I like it though. I like the little like marling in the yarn.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's a really nice yarn, and apparently it's gonna wash up really, really soft.
Ooh. This is my Colette top by Sari Nordland, and this is one of my first Sari Nordland patterns. It was really fun. It's really well written. I did wear this quite a bit in the summer. I knitted up in a cotton alpaca wool blend. So it's not super warm, but it is a little bit. And I think if I were to knit this again, I would probably go down a size because the neck is a little large and the underarms are a little gappy. But overall, I think it's really good. It goes really well under like a cardigan or a shirt. And I like this summery color.
I remember you wore that with shorts that kind of looked like that color, and it was really cute.
Yeah, the contrast I like.
Yeah. So this is another tee by Tanis Lovely, and it's the pop rock tee, and I really like it. It was fun to knit. It was really fast. It has a really deep V-neck. I wore it in the last podcast, and it was maybe a little deep. But what I don't like about it, and when I was preparing all these for the podcast, I realized there was like these huge snags inside.
No.
And I don't know if you can see that, but my cats apparently got at it, and they pulled like tons of yarn out, and I can't put it back because it's like stuck to the mohair.
Oh no.
So I might make another one, because it looks really, I don't know if it looks bad on the outside, but on the inside it's really just full of snags.
Yeah, I don't know how you'd fix that.
Yeah.
You can't really tell from the outside though.
Yeah, I suppose. Just maybe right here.
And so you did an alternating between like regular wool yarn and then mohair.
Yeah, so it was only 2 skeins of each, and it's really, really light, even though it's made out of wool.
Yeah, it's cute. My next make of 2025 is my Lacy Loop tee by Other Loops. I knit it in a size medium, and it's great. It's not too oversized. I knit it in Sannisgarn Line, which is a linen. I think it's a linen blend. Great summer yarn. I can wear this with all sorts of shorts. It's great in summer evenings when you need something a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
And it has this fun like back detail where you do short rows to kind of shape the back neck.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a great staple for my wardrobe. Goes with a lot of things.
Definitely. Do you have a hard time knitting with dark colors?
No, actually not too bad. I think the lace in there makes it a little bit easier to see what you're doing. Okay. There's a little bit of space between.
Yeah. I'm having an okay time knitting with this, but it started really rough. So
yeah, once you get going, it's a little bit easier.
Yeah. All right. My next summer knit from 2025 is Stone Rose by Wool and Pine. And I have never worn it.
Really?
So I didn't wear it yet. It has kind of a tight neck, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't worn it yet. So I can't tell you if it fits well but it's really heavy. It's like definitely more of a winter weight or a fall weight. And it's really nice. But
yeah,
I don't know if it's me.
So is this I think it's you. It's your colors. Okay. Like the coral.
Yeah.
Is this garter in the round?
Yeah, it has a little lace. Obviously, there's some yarn overs, but yeah, it's garter. Okay. And then it has a really wide raglan, which I thought was really cool to separate that lace. And then it just goes into a really simple, kind of looks like cables, but it's not.
Yeah, it looks like it was a fun knit, not too boring. You know,
it knit up really fast.
Cute. What yarn did you use?
So I used John Arbuckle Textiles DK, and this is color number 17. I found it at the Yarnery. I think it only used like 3 skeins, so fairly inexpensive.
Cute.
Yeah.
Well, you should wear it.
I should.
I'm done with summer knits. So I'm going to move on to accessories. And this is my Vanilla with a Twist socks that I made. I think I talked about these on the last ones. I actually blocked them with a blue hat, and you can see that here, this tie-dye effect. So that was a bummer, but it's not going to stop me from wearing them. I did a 64 stitch leg, and then there's this cool heel where you keep all your stitches on the needle and you kind of increase, and then for this part, and then decrease on the flat part of the foot. So the colorway is strawberry, and it's by Coats and Co. Oh, yeah, it's really nice. It's kind of a more substantial fingering weight. It's more woolly wool feeling, and that's how I like my socks, because the slippery yarn just kind of becomes baggy. So these I find have a little more elastic. But yeah, this is my only pair of socks for the year.
Nice. So I'll just show you quick these 2 remaining summer knits. This is the Hipster Tee by Joji Locatelli, and this was a pain in the butt to knit.
Really?
Yeah, I can't believe how hard it was, and it's because I knit it like twice all the way. And it's not actually because I just randomly decided to knit it again because I made a mistake, but I didn't like the way the seam was at the side. So you kind of knit it yeah, there's a seam on both sides, and I just decided had it knit in the round, and I didn't like the way the stripes were lining up, so I just knit it flat and then seamed the edges.
Hmm.
So it would make a nice seamless seam, or I mean a jogless seam.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, it's not the best. It's not perfect, but it's more what I wanted it to be.
It's better than the in the round
Yeah.
version, you think?
Yeah.
Cute.
So that's that one. And then so this is the Poppy Tee by Petite Knits, and it's a really nice DK weight sweater, and it's knit in a yarn I don't remember, but I have worn it a couple times. It's nice. It's really heavy.
So for construction, do you knit it flat like until here?
I think we actually started with the back.
Okay.
So it's knit top down. I think it was like knit, and then you have these like kind of big seams here
Mm-hmm.
on the slope.
Looks almost like welts.
Yeah, almost like welts. So you pick up on the other side of those to knit the front, and there's a lot of shaping, a lot of nice rise in the back, and then it's a obviously a kind of a raglan, and then you pick up the sleeves at the end. So
Cute.
yeah,
That looks like a good tee.
yeah, it's really nice.
My next accessory is the Urban Hat by Tori Yu. And the yarn I used was a strand of Kelborn Woolen's Perennial held together with Fiber MacGyver Surrey Alpaca in the colorway Blueness. I really like it. It's super soft and it was a fun construction. You can see the top is, there's kind of like the four main decrease areas, and I think it just looks so nice. The only drawback I have, and this was a me issue, was the socks for the victim in blocking. Um, so that's my urban beanie.
It's really cute. It doesn't turn your head blue, does it?
Not that I know of. I guess we'll find out.
So I knit some accessories too. And I'll start with these socks by Stephen West. They're both his mystery sock knit along. And this one's from 2024 and this one's from 2025. But I didn't finish this one, so I'm counting it as a 2025 knit. I really like them both, except this one I think is ugly.
Which one?
This one.
It's very 90s colors.
Yeah, it's like really 90s colors, and I am like one of those people who does not have nostalgia for 90s colors. I just think they're like totally outdated and I don't like them. But this is the exact same colorway, and I totally just randomly picked a colorway from Stephen West's website, but it's the one that he picked for his socks too. So he has a pair this ugly too out there.
Maybe it's one of his sample knitters made it.
Maybe. It's the Pisces colorway. I don't know why I picked Pisces. That's not my sign. I'm a Scorpio, and Scorpio was orange, and I don't know why I didn't pick it. I was just like, I'm going to go out of my comfort zone and use some different colors.
Were they all zodiac themed?
No, there's just a couple of them that were, but yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah. Oh, and then for these, I'll just show you. They're like mirrored. So the little wavy thing is on the outside of each sock. So you would wear it on the outside of your leg, and then this is the inside.
Oh, it's smart. So your ankles or your calves don't smush up the wavy welt.
And I did do the brioche heel on these.
Does it stretch out?
Yeah. And you told me it would, so I didn't do the brioche heel on these.
Yeah,
and this
smart.
is the garter heel, and it's nice. So
good. Well, even if you think they're ugly, they'll probably be inside shoes, so you can still wear them.
Yeah, I like to wear them to like yoga, and that's like the only place anybody ever sees me wearing socks. But I don't want to wear those because I just think they're horrible.
They're interesting. All right, well, I'm going to move on to sweaters, and I think I've delayed long enough in talking about what I'm wearing, but one of my 2025 knits was a sweater. Is the Simple Things sweater by Katuva Kika or Veronica Lindbergh. Natasha and I did a knit along at Dandelion Fiber Company here in Minneapolis, and we all made a Katuva Kika pattern, and this was the one I chose, part of one of her latest books. And at first I thought it was really too big. You can see like all this ease here. But I kind of like it, and it's now become one of my most worn this year. Probably because of the Knitting for Olive called Double. I really like how this material knit up, and it's not too warm, and not too cold.
Yeah, I really like the holding the Knitting for Olive double, and I made a sweater out of that too, and I wear it all the time. Like it's my go-to, and I don't know why, but it just feels really comfortable.
Yeah, it's almost like a sweatshirt.
Yeah, it does feel like a sweatshirt,
Yeah.
and it's like just cozy. And some of these, like this one, I'm always like unbunching, but like that one is just perfect.
Yeah, I really enjoy the material of this. I'll put the colorways that I used on the screen. But yeah, highly recommend. If you're on the fence, it's worth the hype for sure.
Um, yeah, I think it looks great, and I'm proud of you for making it extra big because I have a really hard time doing that.
I know.
But it looks great. I mean, it
Thanks.
really does.
I think I sized down. I did a size small, so and I usually do like a medium, but the small had 46, a bust circumference of like 46.25 inches, so that was big enough for me. I also the pattern doesn't have any shaping in it or short rows. I mean, there's some increases here along the neck, but there aren't any in the back short rows, so I added those.
That's right.
And then I cropped it a little bit. But
Oh, you did.
yeah, because it's supposed to be like a long, oversized sweater, and I wanted it to look like I wasn't drowning in my clothes.
So I made 2 more pairs of socks, and I like don't know if you heard this, but I don't like to wear socks, so I don't really know why I'm making them, but they kind of I make them when I just want something like fiddly to do or something easy to do because they're usually very really repetitive.
Mhm.
And I also use them when I find it like a yarn that I think is really fun, but I have no idea how I'd use it in like a sweater or something. So I put them in a sock. So this one is Hermione's Everyday Socks, and I've made like 4 other pairs of these because this one just works really, really well for like the most bizarre sock yarn you can find. I tried all sorts of other sock patterns with this one actually, and I just hated it. But this one it had like just enough garter and not garter, but pearls to like kind of show off the bright colors. Um, I just really liked it, and it reminds me of a swallowtail caterpillar.
What's the yarn?
It's Black Cat Fibers, and I'm pretty sure it was called Glow. And I bought it at the Needle and Skein during the shop hop in 2024. So it took me a while to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, I don't know what possessed me to buy it, but they're really nice.
They look nice.
And then these are the Stillwater Socks by Summer Lee. They are knit with the Lavender Loon, but I don't remember what the name of the yarn was, but it was Spice Cake. And then the little feet and the tops are some kind of cashmere blend, but I don't remember what those are either. But they're really soft and they're really cozy. And
yeah, I like that colorway.
yeah, I thought maybe I made them too big, but they fit pretty well. I think they're good and they have a nice.
Oh yeah, is it a slip stitch heel?
Yeah, a nice slip stitch heel, and it's really firm,
durable.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, next sweater. So I technically finished this one in like the first couple of days of January, but I'm gonna count it because I worked on it all year. off and on. Um, this is the Siri cardigan by Sandrine C. I use Bishi Bush lamb's wool in dark gold, and it's kind of like a brown, yellow toned. I don't know how well you can see it.
It's kind of almost green.
Yeah, but in order to get gauged, I had to go down to like a size 4 on the sleeves, um, and then I held it really tight on the body, and so it was really hard on my hands to knit because this yarn is pretty sticky. So it wasn't the most enjoyable knit, but I do like the finished product. It's got this really great double knit button band, and there wasn't any shaping in this one either, so I went back and you can kind of see the seam here and picked up along the neckline and did my own shaping so that the back stuck up a little farther.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's on the inside, so I don't think you will be able to see it.
I can't see it.
I also cut the sleeves to like wrist or bracelet length, which I have long arms, so it's probably normal length for other people. But I might go back and add some ribbing because they are just a tad too short for my liking.
Yeah, it's kind of a warm, bulky sweater, so you probably want it a little longer.
Yeah.
And that's your 2025 New Year's cast on, right?
Yep. This was, we as our knitting group did a New Year's cast on, and this was what I chose. But yeah, fun raglan and pretty simple, easy to throw on over a neutral shirt.
Yeah.
T-shirt.
It's a great color.
Yeah. I really like it.
So this is my only other accessory that I made this year, other than my Stephen West musical. What was it called? Mystery musical shawl, but I didn't actually finish it because I didn't weave in the end, so I'm not including it here. But this is the Woolura cowl by Shara Lambeth Designs, and I liked it because I was trying really hard to find something I could knit with these two colors. So it's like a pink and a green, and it's Life in the Long Grass singles, and it's from another one of those shop hop yarns. And I like the colors together because it reminded me of like a tall sedum when they start blooming in the fall. And I just think they're really cool. I have a little garden, and I thought I would hate those, but I really love them. They're like my favorite thing. So this kind of just reminds me of a tall sedum.
Yeah, I really like that yarn. I've used that in a t-shirt before, and it's very soft and really nice.
It's really soft. It's really fine.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it has a little bit of a gradation. So I actually tried a couple of patterns, but this one really, the brioche really worked to show off the gradation, but also, show the two distinct colors. Yeah. But when I was just doing straight up color work, they kind of blended together. Yeah.
Well, it's good. I like that pattern. It's really cool too.
Yeah.
It looks probably a lot more complicated than it is with those decreases or increases.
It was pretty complicated.
Was it?
Yeah. I made a ton of mistakes on this, and I tried really hard not to like undo the whole thing, because if you make a mistake in brioche,
yeah, you have to tear it back.
So I kind of just tried to make it work. But yeah, it was fun.
Next up is my Lakes cardigan by Ozetta, and I used Noro Madara in the colorway Sake, and I held it with Holzgarn Titicaca, which is a lace weight alpaca. I think it calls for a lace weighted alpaca. Actually, I didn't read the pattern too close last time we were talking, so I thought it was mohair initially, but it's not. It's alpaca. It's really nice. It's probably one of my most worn sweaters of the year. It's got this nice saddle shoulder, and the way that Ozetta does the shaping is really nice in the back, and it's got this cool collar detail where you pick up around the top edge and knit this way in ribbing, and then you pick up for the button bands and knit those in ribbing too. So it almost looks double knit on the button band part, but it is actually ribbing. And it's technically I think an Aran weight, and I was worried I'd get too hot in it. But I find that, being a cardigan, you can open the
Yeah.
buttons and it makes it a little cooler. So it's really nice. Highly recommend this pattern. It was lovely to knit, and I love the finished product.
Yeah, it's really nice. I instead of doom scrolling one day, I scrolled on Ravelry and I just like put a whole bunch of favorites into my, into a whole bunch of projects in my favorites. And Ozetta came up a lot.
Yeah.
Like her patterns look really cool.
Yeah.
And you inspired me to take a look at this one because I like that neck a lot.
Yeah, the neck's really cool. I would like to try the pullover version just because the shaping was so nice on this one that I think that would be a really nice, simple project as well.
Yeah.
And wearable.
Definitely. Yeah, I was looking at that one too. So you'll probably see a Nosetta pattern in my stat, or what is it called? In my whips someday.
Cute. I'm excited.
All right. So I only made one winter sweater last year.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm surprised by that.
I know. This is the yarn that I wanted to use for my 2025 knit cast on, and that was like the Petite Knits vertical stripes, but I did not like the pattern. It was a great looking pattern. It knit up really well, but I couldn't figure out the top with the shaping. I didn't like it. It just wasn't coming together for me, and it has nothing to do with the pattern. I didn't like it. So I undid it and I'm using that for my 2026 cast on instead. So that was the sweater I spent most of the time working on, but I ended up not finishing it. So this is the Lento sweater.
I really like how you marled these two yarns together.
Yeah, so this is all fiber MacGyver, and the main color is Sprinkles. And that was just like a fingering weight sock yarn. But I didn't like the way Sprinkles looked. I didn't like the way Sprinkles looked when I wound it into a ball. So it looked great in the skein, but in the ball, it kind of changed colors to almost like a white and pink. And I thought it looked blue when it was in a skein.
Oh, that's deceptive.
Yeah, so I ended up going to one of Fiber MacGyver's events, and she had one of these up. And she had used like a green Surrey with her sprinkly yarn. So I decided to get a blue, and then I augmented that blue color that I saw in it originally, and I really like it now.
Yeah.
So it's really comfortable. It's really light. It's bracelet length sleeves. You could definitely knit longer, but I don't think I had enough yarn. I mean, that's what the pattern is, but I just didn't have enough yarn.
Is there shaping in this?
There is shaping, but I can never tell what side is which, and I never put the.
I think this is the back.
This one?
Look, yeah, it looks.
Yeah, there's shaping in the back.
Nice.
I need to put the little tag in it. I just never do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really nice. Everybody likes Lento, and there's a good reason why. It's a good pattern. It's a solid sweater.
I have yet to knit a Lento, so maybe someday in my future. I don't know. I have a lot of ideas.
It's sort of simple and plain, but I thought it was a good use for like a really crazy yarn.
For sure. No, it really shows off the yarn really well.
And it knits super fast because it's like on a size 10 or 11.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I might have to do one of those.
Yeah, if you needed just like a fun pull-on sweater, it's so fast and it's cool, and it's just a little bit of Surrey, so it's kind of luxury.
It is very luxury. All right, we're down to our last finished object of 2025, and this is my Elizabeth blouse by Petite Knit. This was a really fun pattern. I used Rosa Pomar Vovo, and I really like the color. It's kind of a mix between black and blue, maybe. This was a great pattern too. Had good shaping. It was kind of the raglan shoulders, and I really like this double knit collar, the polo collar with the double knit band here. The only thing is in the front, I could have done a more clean job at kind of attaching those, but I I really like this one and wear it all the time.
Yeah, sometimes you get those collars or those tiny little details, and it's so amazing how hard they can be
Yeah.
to do perfectly. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the knitter did it perfectly, the pattern shows it perfectly, of course, and then it's like, how come I can't replicate this no matter how hard I try?
Well, the pattern doesn't say how many times the knitter redid it to make it look that
Right,
great.
exactly.
So,
They probably had to because it takes so much practice, like,
mm-hmm.
and trial and or experimentation. So trial and error is what I meant to say. Yeah, but it looks great. I love the color.
Yeah, thanks. It goes really well with a variety of pants.
Yeah, I've seen you in some of those videos where you're wearing some cool pants you made with it.
Yeah, yeah. The best check, or what is it? Checkmate checkers from Fabulism is one of my favorites, and it looks cool with that sweater.
Yeah, it does because that's a busy pattern
It
for
is
the
very
pants.
busy, yeah,
And so you need something neutral. Yeah.
for sure. All right. Shall we move on to plans for 2026? I know we're already partway there, and we were way late because I got sick for like a month.
Yeah.
So let's just jump in. Okay, so my first, and we'll put pictures on the screen of the plans here too, so you guys have a visual. I don't have all the yarn for mine yet, or swatches or anything, so I don't have that with me. But the first up is the Brady Loop sweater by Other Loops, and that is a all over rib. It's a large rib, and then there are two cables down the arms, and it's a DK weight pattern. I'm planning to use Sanduscar and Double Sunday in a red color. Those twins who knit did red sweaters last year, and
Oh
I
yeah.
really want a red sweater, so I'm excited to try that out.
But you did swatch that one, right?
I did swatch that one, but I did not bring the swatch with me.
Oh no, that's okay. I just remember seeing the red. It's really red.
It is very red. It's like cherry red.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah,
It'll make a statement,
for
especially
sure.
with the cables.
Yes, and I mean, they're kind of wide sleeves too, so definitely make a statement.
So I made a little swatch. As you can see, it is a swatch for the Mabel sweater by Joji Locatelli. And this sweater was based on a sweater that Mabel, the character Mabel, wore in Only Murders in the Building.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah, so I started this also in 2025 and I made most of it, and then I decided to take it out because I thought it was too small. And it wasn't actually the gauge because I actually did a gauge swatch and it's right. It was that I think I knit a size too small. So I took it out and then I wasn't sure what color I actually wanted to knit it in. The purple or the hot pink. So it's not a striped sweater.
Oh, I thought you were gonna stripe it.
No, it's not a striped sweater. I just wanted to see what it looked like in the two colors. And the first time I knit it in the hot, it's kind of a hot pinkish orange.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, I think I want to do the purple.
Yeah, I kind of like it. You could even stripe them if you wanted something really out there.
Yeah, they kind of go together, even though they don't. Like, but they kind of do.
They kind of do.
And the purple is they're both La Bien Ami. The purple is a fingering weight, and the orange is a lace weight held double. So it'd probably be easier to do the fingering weight too.
Yeah, is it fingering weight held double?
No.
Okay, it's just single.
Just single.
Is it like a fisherman's rib or something?
Yeah, some kind of modified fisherman's rib. It's not as like tedious. So you can knit it a lot faster, but it kind of looks like a waffly fisherman's rib something.
Yeah, I like it. Lots of texture, probably pretty squishy. And with fingering weight, it won't take Yeah, it won't take as long,
Yeah.
right? Because fingering weight sweaters take forever.
Yeah. And I really like the hot pink, but I was kind of thinking of doing something crazy with it, like one of these Ozetta sweaters.
You could do that, yeah, since it's kind of a bright color.
Yeah.
That'd be cute. That would be cute.
Yeah. So we'll see. Something is going to happen with this color, but I think I'm going to try the purple.
Nice. My next to knit in 2026 is the Rosie sweater. I really like that sweater. I'm sure you've heard of it. I know a lot of people are knitting it. I see it all over Instagram. But I really like the oatmeal color of the sample in the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna try to replicate that, and I'd like some sort of like dark maroon or burgundy accent color for the roses. I don't think it's like brown in the picture.
Yeah, it's kind of a brownish, almost like a brownish maroon.
Yeah. But I want more of the true like maroon color.
Yeah.
So I think I will do that as the accent.
Yeah, I want to do the Rosie sweater too, and I was thinking the same exact thing, like the same colors, like a maroon and sort of a silvery oatmeal.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see that in the swatches we put up or the pictures we put up. But so I was looking through my stash, and I think I found a yarn for the Rosie sweater that would work. And it's a linen quill from Pearl Soho, and it was something that I made. I tried to use in another sweater, but I didn't like. So I think it's called Mushroom, and then it has a green color, and that would be the accent, and that color is called Pickle.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think linen quill is a fingering weight.
Yeah, so you could hold it double.
Yeah, I think I need to hold it double, and I don't think I have enough of the gray. So I'm trying to decide if I want to order more of the same color or sort of marl it with another color I have, which is oatmeal.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
So it's kind of like a grayish marled with a really traditional cream. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Love the use of stash here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a goal of mine for 2026 definitely too. Is use more stash.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think I mentioned when I was talking about my Rosie that I want to do a knitting for all of Merino held double.
Yeah, oh, I went over to Dandelion the other day and they didn't have the restock in, but they just got a restock like yesterday of the knitting for Olive, and I'm so tempted to go there
Yeah,
and buy something because I haven't bought anything since August.
that's good. I broke my yarn, no buy yarn streak and bought some the other week.
What'd you buy it for?
I bought it for the Rosie. I got my
Okay.
oatmeal color. I'll pop a picture out.
Yeah, cool.
All right, so my next plan to knit is the Paul sweater by Mareka Knit, and it's like a V-neck saddle shoulder sport weight. I had some grayish, I guess you would call it, in my stash. The Sonder Yarn Co. And I thought that would look really nice in a Paul sweater.
Yeah.
So you can't go wrong with classic gray sweater.
True. Now, you've been really interested in neutrals lately. What's that all about?
I don't know. I bought a bunch of. Well, I talked about my red sweater.
Well, that's true.
The other neutrals, I don't know. It's stuff I've had in my stash that I need to get out of it. And last year when I was buying all this yarn, I think I really gravitated towards the neutral because I didn't know what I wanted to make with it. And so I was like, well, neutral really goes with everything. So
that's true.
Why not?
I always buy the neutrals for something, and then I'm like, I don't want to work with brown.
Yeah.
But I have some really great neutrals in my stash too that I need to use up. So that's a project as well. Think of something good with a brown that will entertain me enough to get past the color.
That, or you could do some sort of color works. with
Yeah,
interest.
some little pops in. My next 2006 knit is a Winter's Beach Cardi by Andrea Mowry. And as you can see, it's got these little panels of cables mixed with panels of seed stitch. And it's knit flat because it's a cardigan. But there's no finishing on the edges.
I like that. So you're just kind of done.
Yeah, you're just done. And then this area here with the contrasting yarn is waste yarn for a pocket. So after you're done, you do an afterthought pocket. It goes inside and it's just kind of knit like a tube. I've actually made one of these before, and I don't know why I wanted to make it again, except that it's like my favorite sweater. It's so easy to throw on. It's like lightweight and bulky at the same time. I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels like it's like the perfect transition sweater. I wear it all the time in the fall and spring. I'm just out, and it's just great. I love it. So I wanted to have a different one in a darker color. The other one is like crazy hedgehog fibers. Yeah. It's hedgehog fibers and it's like sprinkles with all rainbows and it's crazy. So this one is a nice stately sweater.
It's kind of gives off like librarian vibes. The color.
Yeah. I wanted to do one of the Sari Nordland sweaters in this, but it didn't. I don't have enough yarn, so this is also one that has kind of a nice economical yarn quantity, so I can knit it with less yarn than I would. And this is the DK yarn double Sunday that you're going to use for your red sweater.
Yeah.
So
it's so soft.
It's so
squishy.
It's very squishy. It's really fun to use. My only qualm is that it picks up all the little dusts, cat hairs, cookie crumbs, whatever. So
yeah, it's like those dark colors, just are magnets for animal fur.
Yeah.
My next one is a summer knit, so the Mixed Rib Cami by Florence Miller. I was influenced by Knee Knits here on YouTube, and she made one, and it looks like the fit is great. There's shaping in it, and I'd like to do it in knitting for olive cotton merino. I haven't used that before, but I think you have, and you really liked it.
Yeah, I really liked it. It's nice. It's not too like. It's important for any yarn that I use to be able to be undone multiple times because I kind of get perfectionistic and want to make sure that I do just kind of work out those little bugs. And so this one is got just enough merino in it to keep its shape. I think it sometimes people say it stretches out, but I haven't really seen that yet.
Okay. Yeah, I think with the Oliver rib pattern, it will probably stretch quite a bit, but that might be okay.
It might be, and also, cotton is pretty easy to wash, and you could always reblock it. So
that's true. Yeah, wash it in the wash machine. All right, do you have any more?
I do. I have one more. So Haley mentioned that we did a Kituva Kika knit along last March, and this is the coffee run sweater, and I started this during the knit along, and I knit it really, really fast, and I got to the end of the body and realized that I don't have enough yarn for the sleeves.
Oh no.
So I put it away, and I wasn't really sure what to do because this is like literally the most expensive sweater I've ever knit. It's almost $300 worth of yarn.
Wow.
So I don't want to buy more. So what I decided to do was use what yarn I have to start knitting the sleeves. And then I'm going to pick up from the bottom and unravel it and knit the second sleeve. And I think it'll still be fine because look at how long it is. So it'll just be a crop sweater.
Okay. Yeah, or you could make it short sleeve.
I could. I kind of wanted it long sleeve. It's really heavy.
Yeah.
It's really squishy and nice, but
that's true.
It's so freaking expensive.
Is it La Bien-Aimée?
Yeah.
And is it the fingering or the lace weight?
So it's actually one fingering, one lace weight, and one Surrey.
It's really nice.
It's really nice. And I had some of it already, so I thought I was being smart and just adding to, the single skeins I had, but it is so freaking expensive.
Yeah, it is expensive. I have never worked with it, but it's very nice.
Yeah, I really like it. I like the color. I think it's so fun. It's fun to knit. It's so soft, but I cannot justify spending any more money on this. So I think my plan will work.
Yeah. I mean, if it doesn't, you can always go buy more yarn. Who doesn't want an excuse to go to darn it anyway?
True. And this one did have some shaping, but you can see the thing that bothers me the most is the neck. And I think it'll block out a little bit, but
Yeah.
it is like a baby size neck hole.
It is very small. Yeah, and you don't want to undo it either because it's.
I think I started
sticky.
with it. Yeah.
So you cast on for the
You cast
collar and then you just increase.
Okay. Yeah. And it has these cool raglans.
Yeah, those are cool.
And that goes down the side, which is what I thought was nice about it and unique about it, even though it's kind of a sweatshirt again. But
yeah,
who doesn't like a sweatshirt?
Yeah, I really like the colors. My last plan is an Andrea Mowry pattern. I want to do her traveler with the hood. And Natasha may have knit this last year in a green color, and I don't remember what I said, but it might not have been the nicest thing. However, I've come around on the sweater, and I really like the hood, and I have sport weight yarn that I need to use up for my stash. Again, a gray from, it's like Goodwill from Pearl Soho. And so I think that would be a great stash buster. Did you knit the hood?
I didn't make it that far.
Okay. You took it. Did you take it out?
I took it out. So it was like, it's over there. It's green, neon green, and it's the cotton, knitting for Olive cotton merino. And it's like this color green. And I thought it was too much. So I paired it with a blue.
Mm-hmm.
Another La Bien-Aimée. Apparently I was going through a phase. And paired it with a blue mohair. And so I was going to knit the Traveler, just the sweater, I think. I don't think I had enough for the hoodie.
Okay.
And then Haley said it looked like a caterpillar. So I was upset then. Not really, like, I wasn't mad. I was just like, oh, I think this looks like a caterpillar now. And I couldn't get past it. So I started undoing it, but it's stuck together.
Oh, yeah, because of the mohair.
So I was like, maybe I can make this different if I get a different color mohair, and it won't be so quite so neon. But I can't get the mohair separated. So
oh no,
it's gonna have, whatever I do with it, it's gonna have this blue, green, crazy color. Yeah, it's always gonna look like a caterpillar.
No, I think just the pattern of the garter. I think that's maybe what inspired caterpillar.
It kind of looked like one of those caterpillar hats that were really popular, like in
I know what you're talking about.
mid 2000s, and you would make them for like babies, or you would just have a really slouchy, welted hat. Yeah, just like welt. I like the Traveler though. I made the cardigan, and I think it's great.
Yeah,
that's another one of my favorites. Did you say you're gonna knit it with mohair?
No, I'm gonna use the sport.
Okay.
Goodwill. I guess it's the sport DK from Pearl Soho. Yeah. I don't like mohair. I think I'm allergic to it, so I don't usually use it.
Okay. Yeah, I made mine with mohair, and I like how light it is. But I think the sport will be really great, and it'll be so comfortable, squishy.
Yeah.
And with a hood, it'll be really nice.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know if I have enough yarn for the hood, but Pearl Soho still sells the colorway, so I think it should be good to buy another skein or two if I need to.
Yeah. They actually can look up your colorway number and they'll match it if they can.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
I should definitely reach out to them.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to caveat. These are our plans, but please don't hold our feet to the fire on these because minds can change on whims depending on new patterns and yarn availability and time. So, but anyway, that wraps up our episode for the day. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you next time.
Thanks.